everyone, and welcome. I am Miss Jamie, one of the program facilitator at Malvern Family Resource Center. Let's start off with our welcome song to welcome everyone. Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, how are you? How are you today? Welcome, and let's start program now. Hello everyone! Nice to be seeing you guys here again. Well, Hanukkah is here. For those of you who celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah to you and your family. For those of you who are not sure what Hanukkah is, it is a Jewish holiday. Those who celebrate it will light candles for 8 nights in a row. And today, Miss Jamie will be reading a story with you, and we'll be learning how to count to 8 together. And we have a very fun craft to do with you as well. And boys and girls, I can't wait to start program with you today. Are you excited? Well, let's start program together. Today, Miss Jamie has a story about Hanukkah to share with you. So boys and girls, this is Grover's Hanukkah party. Do you know what Hanukkah is? Well, if you're not sure, let's read this book together and you will learn so much about Hanukkah. Hello everybody and happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the holiday of 8. So boys and girls, can you count with me? Can you find the numbers too? Here we have 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 over here. This is 4. Now can you find 5? Where's 5? 5 over here, right? Yes, 5. This is 6, 7, and this one is 8. Good job. Yes, so Hanukkah is the holiday of 8. 8 numbers here. 8 things on my grocery list for the Hanukkah party. I, Grover, love to go grocery shopping. Let's look at his list of things to buy from the store. He has some onions. And let's see, this is potatoes. We have some apples. Yummy, yummy apples. He's gonna get some flowers. Oh, and eggs too. I wonder what he's going to make with those. And sour cream. Miss Jamie likes sour cream. Do you like sour cream? He's going to get some salt. Oh, and lastly, he's gonna get some juice as well. Tasty juice. So boys and girls, let's see if there are actually 8 things from his grocery list. Let's count them with Miss Jamie. 1, onion. 2, potatoes. 3, apples. 4, flowers. 5, 8, eggs, sorry. 6, sour cream. 7, salt. And lastly, 8 for juice. Yes, 8 things on his list. Oh, and do you know when is the party? 8 o'clock is party time. I, Grover, will get to stay up late for the party. Yep, so friends, we don't get to stay up late all the time, but just this once for the party, Grover get to stay up late. And boys and girls, if you look carefully over here, I see a clock. Well, if you see the shorter hand, it's actually pointing to the number 8. Yes, so right now it's 8 o'clock. 8 friends at my Hanukkah party. Furry blue monsters think parties are really terrific. Do you like parties? Miss Jamie loves parties. Over this past weekend, Miss Jamie just went to a birthday party. It was really fun. And there was lots of yummy, yummy food and even some cakes too. Miss Jamie had some mango cakes. It was really tasty. So, yep, here are the 8 friends. Do you want to count them with me again? We have 1 over here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, 8 friends. And 8 candles in the menorah plus shamash. Yes, so boys and girls, these candles over here are called the menorahs. I, Grover, know all the Hanukkah blessings. Is that not awesome? Yes, I think that is very awesome. 8 chocolate coins for the Dreidel game. Chocolate makes my beautiful fur super fluffy. Yep, so here is a game. This is called the Dreidel game. And chocolate too, chocolate coins. You see them? They're over here. Yes. Boys and girls, do you like chocolate? Miss Jamie likes chocolate. And I think I see some coins on the floor here. Let's count them again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, sure enough, there are 8 chocolate coins. Tasty. Oh, and what else do we have over here? Let's see. 8 potatoes, lakis. Oh, so I guess the potatoes are used for the lakis over here. I, Grover, like to eat my latkes with sour cream. Jamie loves sour cream too. I'm sure this will taste super yummy. 8 tasty jelly donuts. Oh, watch out! Do not get the sticky jelly on cute little me. Yep, so while you're eating, be careful not to make a big mess. But jelly donuts, I'm sure those are super yummy too. 8 great nights of Hanukkah. Oh, now here are all the friends gathering to light the candles, the menorah over here in the middle. I love this. How cute. Oh, and that is the end of our story. But boys and girls, before we finish, Miss Jamie has a quiz game to play with you. Let's see if you have been paying attention while Miss Jamie was telling you the story. So here is the quiz game. Let's start it together. What holiday is Grover celebrating? What holiday was it? Do you remember? Was it called Hanukkah? Was it Valentine's Day? Was it the 4th of July? Or was it Christmas? What do you think, boys and girls? Miss Jamie give you 5 seconds to think about it, okay? Let me repeat the answers again. Was it Hanukkah, Valentine's Day, 4th of July, or was it Christmas? Okay, let's start thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you have your answer? Which one is it? Miss Jamie thinks it's Hanukkah. Let's click and see if it's correct. Submit. Oh, yay! We got it right. It is Hanukkah. Oh, next one. How many days of Hanukkah are there? Are there 4 days of Hanukkah? Was it 6 days? 2 days? Or was it 8 days? Boys and girls, do you remember? We have been using this number to count throughout the book. Let's see if you remember. Well, here is the countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you have your answer? Boys and girls, which one was it? If you answered 8, I think you're correct. Let's check our answers. Oh, yay, we are correct. Good job, boys and girls. Now, what time does the party start? Do my boys and girls remember? Was it at 6 o'clock? Was it 2 o'clock? Was it 4 o'clock? Or was it 8 o'clock? Let's think. Miss Jamie mentioned the clock with us, remember? Where was the shorter hand pointing at? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What is your final answer, friends? Well, if you have answered 8 o'clock, I think you're correct. Let's see. Oh, yay, good job. It was 8 o'clock. Nice. Oh, this question is a little harder. What is a menorah? Was it a candle holder? Was it a type of food? A grocery store? Or was it a person? Wow, this one is harder. So boys and girls, if you're not sure about this one, you can pause the video. Let's go back to the book and see if you can find it in the book. What is a menorah? Miss Jamie's gonna start the countdown now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you get the answer? Do you remember? Was it the grocery store? No, not right. Was it the candle holder? Yes, Miss Jamie thinks it's the candle holder. And we are correct. Yay! Last question. What did Grover eat during Hanukkah? Did he have some latkes and donuts? Or was it pancakes and waffles? Was it peas and carrots? Or was it pizza and French fries? Pizza and French fries seems really yummy. Could it be pizza and French fries? No, you don't think it's pizza and French fries? What do you think it is? Well, let's start our countdown again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you said it was latkes and donuts, I think you're right. Let's check. Oh, yay. We got it right too. Awesome job. And we got it 100% correct. Very nice. I love it, boys and girls. You did very well. For today's craft, we are going to be making a menorah or a candle for the Jewish holiday Hanukkah. Now, boys and girls, all you'll need is a paper roll. You will need some scrap paper, some scissors for cutting, and then glue for putting the pieces together. You can also decorate your toilet paper roll in different ways. You can always use some paintbrush for decorating, or you can use a marker and you can use some stickers. Use lots of different ways to decorate the toilet paper roll. It's all up to your imagination. Yep, so boys and girls, let's gather those simple materials and we will start our craft. We are going to first paint or decorate the paper roll over here. So today, Miss Jamie has 2 colors. I have some orange paint and some blue paint. I'm going to first use the orange for the background of the candle here. And then we're going to use some blue to decorate or to add some more on top. Yep. Boys and girls, just a little tip. It's always easier to start off with the lighter color and then add the darker color on top. Yep, so here is Miss Jamie's paintbrush. I am going to dip a little bit into the paint. Like this, you see it? And then let's carefully put the paint on. And Miss Jamie right now is using a paintbrush, but you can of course use any other materials you can like. You can also use maybe a sponge, yep, or maybe some cotton balls, or you can also try using cotton ball on some clothespins. Maybe Miss Jamie will show you how I do that next time. So try to get all the white spots, but no worries if it's not the color, if it's not nice enough, we can always do it again. We can do a second layer. Yep, because sometimes the paint, it's a little thin, and after you have painted the whole thing, you can still see a little bit of white inside. Let me show you. You see it? This one is pretty good, but if we need to, we can always do a second layer. So Miss Jamie's almost done. Let me just paint the little bit of white spot over here. Yep, and I got some paint on my hand, but that's totally fine. We can always wash our hands after. Okay, so here you go, ta-da! This is what the paper roll looks like. Now, we are going to leave it here to dry, and we are going to see what happens and see if we need a second layer when it's done. Friends, so look here, our toilet paper roll, it's now completely dry. And if you look closely, there are still a little bit of white spots inside. And if you would like to, you can always add a second layer. So that's what Miss Jamie is going to do right now. So once again, I have my paintbrush here. I'm going to dip it back into the orange paint. And then I'll add a second layer on. So same thing, we are going to brush the paint throughout the toilet paper roll. Adding layers on will help your toilet paper roll look more opaque. That's a big word. That means less white space that you see and more of the orange. Yep, so if you can see this now, the color looks much better. We have less white and more orange. This is what it looks like. So let me just make sure we got every spot. Yep. And then I'm going to leave this here and let it dry for another second. Yep. And as you can see, Miss Jamie's hand got some paint on it too, but that's okay. I'm going to wash my hands afterwards. So let's look at this paper roll now. As you can see, it has completely dried. And if you look at the orange color, it looks much nicer now with less white space that we can see. Okay, so now that this is done, the orange part, we are going to add some blue to it. Miss Jamie has washed the brush, so we won't mix the two colors together. So this is clean. We can dip this into the blue paint. So right now I don't have something set in mind yet. I'm just going to go along with it and let's see what kind of patterns we are going to make. I'm going to spread this out. Let's see. If you have a pattern in mind or if you know you're going to draw something on it, then feel free to do that. Maybe use a different brush. Maybe you can even use Q-tips to add some polka dots or maybe add some flowers to it. Right now, I'm just going to go randomly with the blue paint here. Or maybe I could do half-half. What do you think? Maybe half of it can be blue and then half of it could be orange. Let's see how that looks. What do you think? Does this look nice to you? Yep, and if you can see, I'm doing this with the brush, and so it leaves some marks on it like this. And I think this looks really cool. Like some brush stroke marks. Here it is. See it? Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do half blue, half orange with some stroke marks on top like this. I think I need a little bit more blue on the bottom. Or like what we've done before, we can always add a second layer of blue when this dries up. Because if you look at it, you can still see like a little hints of orange on the bottom here. So I think I'm gonna leave it here to dry. And when it's completely dried, I'm going to add a second layer of blue on top. Okay, let's leave it here and we will come back in a little bit. Let's check on our paper roll. Oh, it's dry. Yep. So now that the blue part is also dry, Miss Jamie's going to add a second layer to the paper roll now. So here's my paintbrush. Dip it into the blue paint again, and let's paint on the bottom part. So this time, Miss Jamie thinks she's just going to paint on the bottom part. So the lower part will be a little darker and it will gradually change into a lighter blue. Or a blue with some orange in between. Yep, if you look closely, you see this is completely dark blue, right? We don't see any orange on this side. And then over here, we see some orange, and over here, we see more orange and some blue over here. Yep. So this is Miss Jamie's design. It's from Miss Jamie's imagination. Yep, so this is what it looks like. Boys and girls, do you like it? I think these marks over here, these streaks, I really like them because they are unique. Yep, so I was just dabbing the brush with some blue paint on it. That's how I got it to look like this on top. And I love these a lot. Yep, so once again, I'm going to put this down and let it dry. And when it's completely dry, then we will move on. So while we're still waiting for the blue paint to dry, Miss Jamie thought it'll look even nicer if we have painted the inside orange. Yes, because if you look inside like this, you can still see some white spots over here. So I thought if we could paint this part as well, then it's gonna look so much more nicer. So I have washed my paintbrush again, gonna dip it into the orange paint, and then let's color the inside. Going to try my best to fill the inside so it will look orange and we won't see any white spots anymore. So you don't need to fill the entire inside if you didn't want to. Just make sure when we look in it, we don't see the white spots. So let's see, I'm gonna place this on here. Friends, yes, it's turned orange, right? You can't see the white anymore. Yay, good job to Miss Jamie. I'm going to spread out the paint a bit more. Make sure that I get every white spot. Oh, and don't forget, if you wanted to, you can paint the top rim like this too. Just a little bit of paint, not a lot. We can do the top rim and the inside like this. There's a little spot, a little white spot I need to get. Okay, There we go. It looks so much more nicer now. Friends, what do you think? Yes? Any more white spot that you see? No more, right? It's now completely orange, even if you look at it this way. Very nice, right? Yes, I love it too. Well, so this is another option for you. If you wanted to paint the inside, feel free to do so. Now that this is all dried up, look. Yep, no more wet paint, even on the inside as well. We are going to add some decoration to it. And as you can see, actually, if you look inside, there's still some white parts to it, but that's fine as long as we're putting down here and we don't see any white parts inside, then it'll be perfect. Yeah. So Miss Jamie has some scrap paper over here. Today I have chosen yellow and I will be cutting out little bits and I'm going to be putting them onto my candle. So I think it's gonna look really nice. I'm going to first take out my scissors and we'll be doing some cutting here and there. So boys and girls, if you don't want to use scissors, feel free to do some ripping as well. Look, you can rip with your fingers as well. This is what you can do. Yep, so for younger children who are not ready to be using scissors yet, parents, you can ask them to rip and they can participate in the craft this way. Paper bits here and there. And with the ripping, it actually creates a much more irregular shape. So if that's what you like, ripping, it's a very good choice. Okay, so this is how much paper I have. And let's use this for now. And I will be gluing them onto my candle. So I'll need my glue stick. Let's open the glue stick. We're going to twist it out a little bit. Let's put a little bit of glue on the bottom here. I'm gonna take out my first piece. I'm gonna choose this one. Let's push this on. Push, push. Stick it on, yep. Oh, this actually looks a little big. Maybe I will rip it in smaller pieces. I think smaller pieces will look much nicer. But of course, it's up to you. This is Miss Jamie's preference. If you wanted bigger pieces, yep, or you can of course do bigger pieces. And bigger pieces will be easier for younger children's hands too. For example, the toddlers. But if you have older children who would like to do smaller pieces like Miss Jamie, you can do that. You can do that with ripping and you can also do that with the scissors for cutting. And if you have stickers at home, feel free to use stickers. Miss Jamie doesn't have any stickers right now, so that's why I am just using some scrap paper as decorations, as decorations on my candle. One more piece to rip. Okay, all done. So I'm going to take this back out and I'm going to rip this in half as well. Now let's put some glue over here. And let's stick the little bits on. I'm going to add a lot of glue over here like this. And then we can stick the little bits here and there. So you can either choose to put the glue onto the bits of paper, or you can put the glue over your paper roll over here. I just think it might be easier to put the glue directly onto the paper roll and then you can pick up little bits and stick them on. But of course, that is up to you. Whatever, it's easier for you. Oops. Add a little bit more glue over here. And we're going to stick more paper bits on top. Oopsies, got stuck to Miss Jamie's finger. Oopsies. Okay, maybe one more over here. So this is what it looks like so far. Do you like mine? Maybe we can add some more on top as well. And how are you doing with your candle? What are you adding to it? Well, I'm sure my boys and girls are very creative, right? And you're going to be adding lots of different things to it. This is what Miss Jamie came up with. What did you come up with? Ta-da! So this is what it looks like. Do you like my candle? Yep. So let's leave this over here. If you didn't need the extra paper scrap here, you can put it in the garbage or recycling. Miss Jamie's going to be throwing that out in a little bit as well. Okay, so what are we missing with this candle? We need some fire, right? The little lights on top. So you can take your paper over here. You can take a pen or a marker and we can draw out the little flame, and then it'll be easier for us to cut this out. Yep, something like this. What do you think? We're going to carefully cut this out with our scissors. So this is what it looks like. Here is our flame. Let's save this piece of paper for more craft next time. Here's the flame, and we can stick this on top like this. And Miss Jamie's going to take out her glue stick again. Let's add a little bit of glue on the bottom. So there's a little bit of glue on the bottom over here. And we are going to, where should I place it? Let's place it on top like this. We're going to hold this down for 5 seconds. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, all done. Ta-da! And here is our light. Do you like our light? And do you remember what the candle is called? Menorah, right? Yes, ta-da! Here is a very own menorah. Wow, I had so much fun today reading about Hanukkah, the Jewish holiday, with all of you. And I especially like this craft. It's a very fun craft. I had so much fun making this candle, the menorah, with you. Boys and girls, did you make your own? If you were able to make your own, feel free to take a picture and share with Miss Jamie, because I love seeing your craft. Now, boys and girls, we have more holidays coming up, so let's learn about them and respect other cultures' holiday as well. Friends, I am so happy that I'm learning all these things with you. Can't wait to learn even more with you. It's time to say goodbye, so let's take out our microphone and sing a bye-bye song together. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for joining us today. I had so much fun with you. Feel free to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more videos. Hope to see you soon again. Bye-bye.